What did he do?
Well, there I was, out at sea in the middle of nowhere, with nothing but my broken compass. And I heard it again, sort of like a high-pitched squeal coming from the briny deep.
Did you think it was a mermaid?
No, I'd know the call anywhere. It was a killer whale! And by the sounds of it, she was hungry. I tried to mimic her call, maybe get her to think my boat was just another whale.
Well, did it work?
Yo-ho, I guess it only made the whale want to come closer to the boat. She jumped out of the water and was so close I could have kissed her little nose if the whale wasn't going to bite me head off.
Wow, that's crazy!
I was in trouble, all right.
I'll say, our Bible story today is about a time Jesus' disciples were in trouble in a boat too. There was a terrible storm. Well, they were out on the Sea of Galilee, but Jesus came towards them, walking on the water.
Cool! And our big idea today is that Jesus helps me in the times of trouble.
Yes, Jesus helps me in times of trouble.
Captain, how did you end up getting away from the killer whale?
Oh, I ducked down in me boat like this and found some leftover marshmallows that I fed to the whale instead. She gobbled them up and swam away. But I'd like to hear the Bible story about Jesus walking on the water.
Yeah, but first it's time for a song.
King of glory. Nations bow, mountains shake at the sound of just one name. Over all, Jesus reigns, I know. Nations bow,
how Jesus called his 12 disciples. This week, we're going to read again in the book of Matthew about a time when Jesus helped his disciples when they were in trouble. Immediately after this, Jesus insisted that his disciples get back into the boat and cross to the other side of the lake while he sent the people home. After sending them home, he went up into the hills by himself to pray. Night fell while he was there alone. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves. About 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on the water. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!" But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage. I am here." Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you, walking on the water." "Yes, come," Jesus said. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves, he was terrified and began to sink. "Save me, Lord," he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. "You have so little faith," Jesus said. "Why did you doubt me?" When they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshipped him. "You really are the Son of God," they exclaimed. So I'll see you guys next week for another Bible story. Kids, welcome to the Mad Science Laboratory. My name is Dr. Frizzle, and today we are going to play with our vision, so how we see things. So in order for us to see an object, light bounces off of it and into our eye, but we are going to do a little bit of an optical illusion, okay? So I have a glass right here, and you can... Oh, where did I put my coin? I know I had a coin somewhere. I don't know where it went. So open up your treasure chest. There should be a few in there. So yeah, I've got 2 more in here. Okay, so I'm going to take my coin and set it down and put a glass on top of it. And if you can see, we can still see a little bit of gold from the coin right there because the light is hitting off of the coin and bouncing back into our eye. We can see that gold there, that's our coin. But now, if I take some water and I fill up my glass, the coin disappears because the light that was bouncing off of the coin is refracted from the water, and so it doesn't reach our eye. And so if we want to find our coin again, there it is. We can just empty out the water and our coin is back like that. And so that's the water refracting the light that bounces off the coin. And so we can see right here, my coin was just, I just wasn't able to see it. There we go. So I hope you had fun with this science experiment, and I'll see you next week for another one.
Hey Scout, can we say our memory verse with the Journey Kids campers?
Sure, repeat after me. Treasure is kept in clay jars.
Treasure is kept in clay jars.
In the same way,
we have the treasure of the good news
we have the treasure of the good news
in these earthly bodies of ours.
2 Corinthians 4:7a.
2 Corinthians 4:7a. See you next week!
Bye!